Grand Slam, I'm curious, did you kind of go up to the plate thinking like I have an opportunity here to do something, or was it kind of like any other at bat for you?
I try to keep the same mindset every at bat, but like bigger moments, you do have a little bit more anxious energy, and I definitely thought I was swinging more out of my shoes than usual. I just happened to get the right pitch to send it over the fence, but I try to keep my head even through every at bat, but I think that one was a little amped up.
Segueing off of that, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Every at bat kind of the same. Did you know you had a 12-game hitting streak on the line, and you got the 12-game hitting streak going with that last at?
I mean, it's in the back of my head, but I try not to think about it a whole lot because I think as soon as you start thinking stats in the middle of the game, it takes you away from the team and the rest of like the outcome of your at bat. So, I personally can't think about that stuff in order to be successful. So.
It's been a little bit different of a role for you since Tara went out. Can you just talk about your mindset going into like setting the table for the rest of your lineup?
Yeah, I think being put in the leadoff was really big for me, or as an honor, because I know Haley in years past has been leadoff, and I've always been like 2 or 3, and it's a lot different going into the leadoff spot versus the other ones because everybody gets feedback from you specifically, and so I think when I go up there, I just want to have a competitive at bat. I try not to think too much about the outcome because we're all trying to see what the pitcher's doing, but as soon as I whatever happens in the at bat, I want to relay information to the dugout because that's like my role in the first at bat.
Anything else?
The aggressive play nature, like the game basically was won because you were being aggressive from first to second, kind of forced that error. They were trying to get that out. Is that something that you went into with a plan, like I'm going to be aggressive personally, or was that the team approach? Or?
I think the team prides itself on its speed. We have a lot of fast athletes this year, and we want to take advantage of that as much as possible because that's one of the tools in our toolbox. So I think just any time the ball, we have an opportunity to take another base, we do. And like KK was saying earlier, we're one step closer to getting to home on a stolen base. So.
I'm most curious, you guys talk about the mercy rule, if when you have a chance to, get a certain amount of runs in an inning to finish the game. Is that talked about in the dugout, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we don't say, okay, mercy them right here, but we definitely think about that, and we're we want to close the game out as fast as possible. We want to stay off of defense. We want to get the pitchers staying fresh. We don't want them to throw a whole lot of pitches. So I think going into the dugout to hit, we think, okay, we want to finish this game out as fast as possible, especially that last game where we didn't know what the weather was going to do, and we wanted to be able to finish out the game.
What are your thoughts, not your final, but going into the conference play? You've been here 4 years now. You're kind of the grizzled veteran, if you will. What are you thinking personally, and what kind of messages are you sharing with the younger players going into the conference season?
Right. This is where it all starts right here, and I think everyone realizes that it's way tougher in the PAC than it is preseason. I would say we play a few really good teams in preseason, but when it gets to the PAC, you just can't take any time off. There's no just walking around and thinking, I'm just going to take this game, because that's not how it's like in the PAC. And I think me being a veteran, I can relay that to the younger ones. And I think everyone understands that once you get to PAC, you may not feel too great about yourself every weekend because the PAC humbles you because you're playing against all great players. So I think taking this weekend into the next weekend and having momentum throughout the PAC, we just got to take it and run with it.